Hello there, everybody. Yeah, so we're watching the rapper that threw his career away, threw his career away. I couldn't talk. My bad. Lil Mosey. I did listen to him in high school. I don't know why.
Lil Mosey, the rapper
I
who
did like him.
seemingly threw his career away and disappeared. What exactly caused this?
If a woman brought you in this world, how could you treat a woman wrong in any type of
Wait,
way?
wasn't there a
And
case
it's like
where he like
to
they
be
saying that he
falsely
allegedly
accused of
drugged somebody,
a
some shit
situation
like
like
that?
that.
I don't know.
How could you be happy? I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be where I'm at.
I don't know
And
if it
things
was
come with
him
it, and
or
things
one
like
of his
this
friends.
happen.
I don't
I
know.
want to drop music every day. I wish I could drop every day. I want to drop every day, and I try so hard to be happy. I try so hard for me
You
to be
could drop
good,
every day. NBA
but I'm
Youngboy does it.
mentally just not. I'm
You
not
just
in the
run out
best
of
state of
shit to sing
mind.
about or
That's
stuff to
something
sing
growing up.
about,
People looked at
basically.
so down. That's worse than being a snitch. If people is calling me that, how am I gonna be dropping lit shit every day? Cause that's not how I'm feeling.
Today I'm going to run down the reasons that are destroying Lil Mosey's career and decreasing his popularity day by day. The lyrical flow and lyrics that are specific to Lil Mosey's life have made him famous. When he was asked if the term mumble rapper could be applied to him, he replied, "I wouldn't consider myself a mumble rapper because I don't know what that is, but when I talk, I mumble." Lathan Moses Stanley Eccles, Lil Mosey's real name. He was born
Oh,
in Mount Lake Terrace, Washington on
I didn't
January
even know his real
25th,
name.
2002 to a white mother and a half Puerto Rican, half black father. His mother raised him on Seattle's North Side. He started rapping in his early teens and began his music career in 8th grade. Eccles began his high school career at Mount Lake Terrace High School before transferring to Shorecast High School in grade 10. Following the success of his song Pull Up, he dropped out of high school and pursued his career
I
really
didn't
early
hear Pull
on,
Up.
traveling to Los Angeles to record. Mosey published his first song to SoundCloud in 2016, and it was called So Bad. It rapidly received
What was the
50,000
first
views.
song I
Mosey
heard from
competed
him?
and finished
I
4th
don't
at the
remember.
Coast 2 Coast Live Seattle
I'll
All
let you guys
Ages
know when
edition
it
on
pops up,
November
though.
13th, 2016. Mosey's debut commercial single was Pull Up, his first released track. In
That
the
might
first
have been Pull
16
Up. I'm
months
not
after
sure.
its debut, its music video had over 25 million views on YouTube. Mosey released his second commercial song, Boof Pack, on March 14th, 2018. His music video was posted on Worldstar Hip Hop channel and gained over 13 million views on YouTube over a year later. Mosey released
I don't
Noticed
think
as
I
his
heard.
third commercial
I
single
think
4 months later, coupled with
Notice
a
was one
music
of
video
those first
directed
ones
by the GOAT, Cole
I've
Bennett.
heard.
The music video has since become one of the most popular on Lyrical Lemonade's channel with over 275 million views. Lil Mosey teased a new project by playing a clip of his new music during an interview with The Hollywood Fix on August 30th. Later, the project was revealed to be a new mixtape dubbed Universal. The mixtape will serve as a bridge between his debut album Certified Hitmaker and his impending third studio album, The Land of Make Believe. Mosey produced a video on his YouTube channel on October 1st, 2020, celebrating the world premiere of FIFA 21, which also serves as a trailer for Universal. Mosey appears in it wearing a bespoke jersey and performing a medley of his songs. Some of the songs included Bands Out the Roof, Blueberry Faygo, and
I
Live
remember
This Wild.
Blueberry
Lil
Faygo.
Mosey was a quick rising star as a rapper, making a handsome amount of money, but then he stopped being as famous as he was before 2021. And here's why. It has to do with how the Mosey sound is fairly standardized now. That sound hadn't been used to the extent that we see it now, and everything is so congested, and that kind of sound is simply oversaturated. But back then, during Mosey's blow up, when he was starting to sort of break into the scene, he leveraged this sound and the fact that he was one of the first ones using it. He exploited that and used it to launch a very successful career. If he wants to continue using that similar sound, he must add more emotions to his songs, because it's clear it's no longer too effective. He now only creates 1 to 2 minute songs that, once heard, you almost never return to, or that you merely use as background noise and music. Well, that's just the quality of the songs, but the main reason that he's decreasing in popularity and fans is the young rapper and his criminal charges. In Lewis County, Washington on April 2nd, 2021,
Second degree
Eccles
battery.
was charged with
Really?
1 count of second
I
degree.
didn't know that.
The alleged victim informed a detective after being called by the Morton Police Department on January 6, 2020 that she went to a party with a friend and passed out after consuming champagne and White Claw alcoholic beverages that were served. She was later told that there was a videotape of the encounter, but she could not recall being assaulted. The victim originally claimed that she and her friend that she came with departed the cabin the next morning after waking up. The victim's acquaintance was questioned by the police department on January 9th, 2020. She claimed to have a fuzzy memory of what happened that night. Not much concrete evidence yet, but things would get a lot worse for Lil Mosey.
False accusations is just
Yeah, I
it's
heard that.
kind of
I heard
crazy.
about this.
And when I get proved innocent, I'ma everything I can possibly behind this whole. I'ma just do the most I can for the people who are real victims and not falsely accusing people of this, because that happens.
In addition to the assault charge against him, Prater was also charged with 1 count of second degree rape. The victim also mentioned that she had unarmed charge against him. Prater was also charged with 1 count of second degree rape. The victim also mentioned that she had unidentified injuries on her arm, neck, and inner knee. The woman told the police later in an interview that she remembered blacking out and waking up to Eccles assaulting her in an upstairs bedroom. After that, Mosey neglected to appear in court as required, and an arrest warrant was issued for him. The rapper was represented by Amy Muth and Jennifer Atwood, who adamantly assert their client's innocence. On April 27th, the attorneys informed XXL in a statement, quote, "Neither Mosey was ever detained nor was he ever on the run. This accusation was just made known to him last week. His court date notification was delivered to the incorrect address. Mosey instructed his lawyers to speak with the prosecution as soon as they learned about the warrant. The prosecutor conceded that the warrant may be instantly quashed by the judge, whether he or she did. Mosey then showed up to court as soon as he had the chance. He wasn't deemed a flight risk by the judge, therefore no bail was set. Quote, Mosey made a non-guilty plea since he is completely innocent. We anticipate his innocence. The warrant Mosey's attorneys are referring to was issued for his arrest after he skipped last week's court date. The Chronicle reported on April 28th that the warrant had been revoked because Mosey had not lived at the address where the court hearing information was set for 5 years. The story also mentioned Mosey's legal team plea that he be permitted to take business trips outside of Washington to keep confirmed foreign tour dates in Portugal, Canada, and the United States for this year and 2022. They claimed that the judge granted the request. The judge said, quote, I will allow the travel. It's not like he can go off and hide somewhere because that would make this so much worse.
Yeah,
Eccles turned 18 on January 25th, 2020, so he was not yet an adult at the time of the occurrence. A pre-trial assault protective order forbids Eccles from approaching the victim or coming within 500 feet of her, and it also forbids him of owning a firearm or using narcotics. Eccles may spend as much as life in prison if found guilty, with a minimum sentence of 78 to 102 months. Eccles showed up at his pre-trial hearing on July 13th. In addition to the rape charge against Eccles, Prater was also charged with 1 count of second-degree rape. In July 2021, Joshua D. Darrow was added as a third defendant in the case. A pretrial assault protective order has also been obtained for Darrow, who is now free on unsecured bond. Alongside co-defendants Francisco Prater and Joshua Darrow, Eccles will be tried in a joint trial. Darrows is accused of restraining the victim while Eccles and Prater assaulted her, and Prater is charged with assaulting the women as well. Currently out on a $50,000 unsecured bail is Lil Mosey. Initially scheduled to start on January 24th, 2022, the combined trial with co-defendants Prater and Darrow was postponed to July 18th, then again to December 12th, and finally scheduled to start on February 16 of 2023. This is likely one of the worst things that Mosey could have done in his career. If he were to skip court, it would not help his case at all. It would definitely make him look like he definitely did something wrong. He's also now deleting posts on his Instagram page, which is likely something his label and manager forced him to do, but it doesn't help his case now at all. People cannot understand how Mosey could skip court without knowing anything that we do not know. That would damage his chances. Some claim that the girl's only acting in this manner for financial gain, given the girls frequently approach famous individuals in such a manner. Some are in favor of the girl, because a woman typically goes to social media first when she wants power or money, rather than keeping quiet about it and speaking to the police. However, this girl performed her duties exactly as she should have. She went to the police, told them what had happened, and then remained silent online, which makes this whole story from her really believable. If Lil Mosey is found guilty, his career is done, because he doesn't have the kind of fan base that would support him even if he was sent to prison. There are many rappers available that are willing to replace him. The penalty given to him would be very reasonable if he is found guilty and that he actually did the things she claimed that he'd done. If you made it here, I'd appreciate if you subscribe, and what do you think about this case? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Also, Happy New Year.
The worst industry plans of YouTube. I just seen that. But Killer Roy's music is fire. I think it all came down to bad management, honestly. Imagine what position it could be if you dropped an album on Roof. Very was trending. Probably, but who knows? You never know. His album could have came out and it could have been bad. So you never know. But yeah, it would have brought hype to his album after the song. So yeah. Bye, subscribe. See you guys later, and bye.